My dear viewers, hello and welcome to a new episode of our program Women's World, during which we bring you all what concerns the Egyptian women. In this episode, we are going to speak about the Siwa oasis in Egypt. We are going to know more about the women there and the customs and traditions and the history of the Siwa oasis. Stay tuned for more in this episode. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Well, the Siwa oasis is an urban oasis in Egypt that is located between the Qattara Depression and the Great Sand Sea in the Western Desert, 50 kilometers east of Egypt-Libyan border and 560 kilometers away from the capital city of Cairo. It is famous for its role in ancient Egypt, being the home of Amun. That's why it's one of the very important touristic attractions. We are going to shed more light on Siwa oasis and its history and the women in Siwa. So to shed more light on this, we have the pleasure to have with us over the phone Dr. Hoda Badran, member of the Arab Women Bond. Good day to you, Dr. Badran.
Good day to you also.
Well, Siwa oasis is one of the very important urban oases in Egypt. So give us an idea about Siwa.
Yes, Siwa is really, it's not just important, it's a lovely place to be there. And you have said that it's, the culture there they are really keeping the old, nice culture of Egypt. And there are some monuments there,
yes,
which not many people know about it. But I was privileged to go several times there, and I stayed there in some of the hotels. And I'm glad to say that I'll mention one name, for example, Namatallah, Munir Namatallah, has a hotel there which is really built according to the culture of the oasis.
You mean preserving the heritage of the place?
Yes.
Yes, yes.
And I'm saying that there are some heritages there which not many people know about it, which is a very touristic place, and it keeps a very nice culture. And women in particular there are really keeping the old culture in terms of their dressing. And I know they are very interested in handicrafts.
Yes.
And I think there is a couple of NGOs also. Not the AAW was working for a while there. Unfortunately, we didn't keep our work there, but there are some other NGOs. And I know there is another lodge which we stayed there also.
Yes.
And I'm very impressed that keeping the old culture of the place. It's very touristic. It's very, a culture. I'm talking about culture in the large, in a general sense. It's not just literature and cinema. So I'm talking about culture, about a way of living.
The way
people are living there is really keeping the civilization of Egypt.
Yes.
And I know there are also some projects which is health touristic.
Yes.
There are places where the water there and the sand there, many people come from abroad because of rheumatic problems, some, bones, some of the health problems can really be cured
Yes.
by the nature there,
Yes.
by the sand, by the water there. And there are some places with waters which is very special.
Yes. So
And I think
there's
there are now people have understood that. And I know that there are some new investment
yes.
in the place, which is very nice because for some time not many people would know what is there in Siwa.
Yes.
And I think even it doesn't have to have foreigners to see Siwa,
Yes.
because I think Egyptians have to know about every part of their country.
Yes.
And it would be very nice to have some companies, tourist companies, who would really focus on that place. And I was impressed also by using, bicycles instead of, using the regular cars and those which is not nice for the environment now. So many of the people there in Siwa, they use the bicycles in transportation, which is
Yes.
a very intelligent way of thinking.
Yes.
So it's really very special, and I encourage everybody to go there and see and enjoy the clean environment, the nice, pure water and air, no pollution there. Women there have very nice handicrafts to sell. Of course, they use the stitch which we know about the other part of Egypt, but their dress, they keep the old dress, and they look very nice in it.
Yes, yes. So, Dr. Badran, there's no pollution there in the Siwa oasis. There's health tourism or medical tourism that is visiting there and using the waters there with the special temperatures. The atmosphere there and the climate is very completely different from other parts in Egypt, and even in comparison to any part in the whole world. So what did you see special about the women in Siwa? What are they, the way they are dressed, the way they are raising up their children, their houses, their costumes, their traditions and customs? Give us more idea about this.
I think Egypt has resources and have touristic ideas and places which, as you have said, there's no place in the whole world that have this. Yani, the water that any tourist will come and enjoy, the beaches that is there in Siwa, it's much better than any other beaches in the whole world. There is, the kind of, which is a very special kind of tours, which it's a special car that can go in the sand. And this is not available in many other places. As I said, the kind of hotels that tourists can stay there cannot find in any place, because it's really out of the culture.
Yes.
It doesn't use air condition. Actually, one of the lodges there, they use, the regular sun
Yes.
energy,
Yes.
which doesn't pollute the air, as I said. And I'll tell you about women also, that the relationship in the Siwa family is keeping its intact. And I'm يعني not pleased about what probably happens in the family in the urban areas in Cairo and in the slums. In Siwa, there is a great respect for women,
Yes.
and the relationship inside the families is very respectful. There is no violence in Siwa against women or violence in general that you can see in the urban areas here in Cairo. No sexual harassment
Harassment,
in
yes.
Siwa, which is very particular. And this is because, as I've said, they really very conscious about their
They
own
have
culture.
ethics, yes.
They are conscious that they keep that culture. We have acquired some new culture which is not ours really. يعني, as Galal Amin said, what happened to the Egyptians? The Egyptians in Siwa are the old with the culture, with the values, with the intact families, with the nice environment and clean environment. It's still there. We should be very proud that we have a part like Siwa in Egypt.
Yes, yes. So you've spoke about very important thing, which is the virgin nature there in Siwa, and how the hotels are preserving this nature and keeping the regular way of living. Also, you've mentioned a very important thing about the women in Siwa. They have ethics and raise up their children in very good way. So what about also the art and the culture there and the jobs that the women work there?
Well, I'll tell you, يعني, some of the
Maybe
hotels
they work
there
in the handcrafts.
are really part of art.
Yes.
They are not regular. The modern hotels like
Yes.
Hilton and like the Western hotels which we have imported from other countries. No, the buildings there and the houses there
It's part of the
are
nature
really,
of the place.
part of the art
The nature,
itself,
yes.
which is very nice because when art it stems up from the culture itself, it goes very smoothly because sometimes when you import some art or literature from abroad, it doesn't always go smoothly with the other part of the culture of the native culture. In Siwa, you find the art, you find the whole culture there, the songs there, the whole way of living is very smoothly, very consistent
It's
and
relaxing.
integrated with each other.
You think it's relaxing also?
There is no something that is not just coming uprooted. Everything has its own roots in the culture of Siwa.
Yes. What about the climate there and the relaxing atmosphere there in Siwa?
It's fantastic there. It's really fantastic. That's why I think, I don't know how much abroad they know about this place. But I am sure that if there is an effort really from our government to really market this place and show it outside Egypt also, not just inside, I'm sure that this place will be one of the most successful places for tourism. And we need tourism.
Yes.
Egypt can provide for tourists which no place can provide. And Siwa is one of the places which can provide to tourists no other place can give. But they don't know about it enough. They don't know enough about it.
Yes.
I think we need more to market it. We need more publicity. I hope our offices outside Egypt will make that publicity for that place.
Yes, yes. Dr. Badran, also, what about the traditions concerning the wedding traditions there in Siwa, or the meals they have, the food? What do they cook? Of course, things from the food from the nature they are living in. Give us an idea about it, please.
I'm glad to say that they are keeping all that. I know that one of the things which they are known for is the cultivating the olives, the green and
Yes.
the black olives, and olive oil is one of the best in the whole world in Siwa. Not many people know about that also. I have seen the industry of pottery. They have very nice workshops to produce
Yes.
pottery, and women are involved in that. Their way of living inside the home is very much the same traditional way which our ancestors were using. Yani, the food, they have a lot of what you call balah,
Yes, dates.
the tamr, the
The
dates,
dates, yes.
different kinds of
Yes.
dates, and they have honey. They are very interested in having the natural honey out of bees.
Yes, yes.
They have special things that they are really specialized in.
Yes.
Their clothes, women have a very special, very nice clothes, and of course they are different, but they are the original ones, which they have been there. يعني I'm saying, unfortunately, احنا in the urban areas and in Cairo, we have left some of the very nice part of our culture,
Yes.
whether the food or the clothes or the songs or the art, which we didn't keep. Siwa kept all that.
Yes.
And when you drop in Sina, you feel you are in a different place.
In Siwa, yes.
You feel you are
Yes.
going back
Yes.
hundreds of years.
Yes.
Even their profile, the profile of the people, they are a very beautiful brownish faces
Yes.
because of the sun there.
Yes.
And
I thank you very
there
much.
are hills there,
Yes.
which also makes the weather much cooler
Than any other place.
in the summer.
Yes.
And of course, in the winter, usually desert is cool,
Yes.
but cool and crisp.
Yes.
And they have the rugs.
Yes.
Women are very much also involved in using the rugs because they use rugs which it gives some warmth
Yes.
to the house.
Yes, I thank you very much for your time. Thank you for your valuable information. Dr. Hoda Badran, member of the Arab Women Bond. Thank you very much for joining us over the phone. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to have now a segment about the costumes of the women in Siwa Oasis. Well, with this, my dear viewers, we come to the end of this episode of our program Women's World, during which we brought you a full information about the Siwa oasis, which is one of the important urban oases in Egypt, and it's located 560 kilometers away from the capital city of Cairo, and beside the border of the Egyptian-Libyan border. And we spoke about the customs and the women in Siwa and how they bring up their children. Also the traditions and the customs there, and the history of Siwa, and the women who worked in Siwa, the families with handcrafts. Well, my name is Amal Mukhtar. Thank you for watching.